Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, fellow YouTubers, hello pipe smokers. I did a couple of other videos tonight that does not relate to pipe smoking. I wanted to get to you guys before I go to bed. I did one on the Pipe Lover's Den. For some of you, I want to talk to you about Washington state law and pipe tobacco and cigars and cigarettes tobacco. Now, frankly, I'm a little ticked off. I'll explain what's going on. I have to go to either Oregon now with a mailbox, a post office box, have my mail drop mailed from the smoke shops that I order from, have them delivered directly to Oregon or Idaho, and take a truck, take the Uncle Donnie's pickup with Uncle Donnie driving to get my pipe tobacco. Now you're wondering why. Well, I also have to take the train line into, say, Seattle to get my pipe tobacco. I can go to Canada for my pipe tobacco and cigars. Good way to get Cubans. Not that I smoke them in America. I'd smoke them that's right, in Canada. Now, about the laws, I also want to discuss before I get to it. I have to go to Milwaukee for my tobacco. I have to go to Chicago for my tobacco. I have to go to Cleveland, Ohio for my tobacco, where my man's dad lives. I have to go to New York. I have to go to Pennsylvania, and I would have to go to New Orleans. Now, you're wondering why all the Amtrak travel or airplane travel for cheap fare. Well, one of us, mostly it would be Aaron, also known as Aaron Whitehouse 0077, is on my friends list in here on YouTube. He's also known as Gunga Din on MySpace. Now you're wondering what is going on. Well, tobacco laws, since I'm rambling, tobacco laws in Washington took effect. It was Senate Bill 5340 that states in Washington that anyone who tries to order tobacco in state or out of state will get a Class C felony, which means you'll lose your right to vote, you'll lose your right to have a gun, you'll lose your right to everything. Now, this also means, for some of you who don't know, a friend of mine, Acacia Vet, over on Pipe Lover's Den, a small forum, we need more members, but that's beside the point, was asking me what if he sent a Christmas gift to me of pipe tobacco. Well, let me explain it. Pipe tobacco, even if you sent it to me and I didn't know you sent it, even if I gave you my address, that's a Class C felony for receiving. And the state would stack the charges up and give me a Class C felony also for planning the shipment. Therefore, I'd get two Class C felonies. Now, since I didn't order it, I wouldn't get tax evasion. Now, here's the kicker. If I had ordered tobacco, had a friend of mine ship it to me, say, my father-in-law, say, Poppy, from Cleveland, he shipped me tobacco, I would be nailed with two counts of tobacco felony, Class C felonies, one for receiving, one for planning the delivery, plus tax evasion. So there's three types. Now, if I go to another state, order it directly from them and pay their sales tax, it's not considered tax evasion and it's not considered transporting tobacco. Right now, they're trying to mend, I think, one of the cigar places was talking about mending the law for pipe tobacco to be exempt. Right now, cigars are exempt in the state of Washington. What does that mean? That means, like I said, I have to go through Canada or those cities I mentioned via Amtrak or airplane by getting out of SeaTac Airport to go get my pipe tobacco. That means I got to do a load and get 4 to 6 months at a time so I can have enough smokies to smoke it. Right now I'm smoking regular brands. Now the other thing is I can probably contact certain places like the local smoke shop in town, which the guy's back's out, so I got to get with him tomorrow and see if he's in. I also want to talk to a place in Yakima who sells pipe tobacco. I could probably make a Yakima run once a month as long as I spend $200-300 in tobacco. Aaron and I are planning at least spend $150. On that aspect, it's not a pretty thing, but the state of Washington will be stacking the charges because of Senate Bill 5340, which means no one can get tobacco in. So it's all all tobacco products minus cigars. That means cigarette tobacco has been blocked. That means pipe tobacco has been blocked. That means snus, the sinus tobacco. That means chew. All tobacco products have been blocked. That means you call up, say, smoke shops around and say, I want to order tobacco. Senate Bill 5340 prohibits these companies sending it because they'll get a fine for sending it. Governor Gregoire did that for tax purposes and to stop tobacco purchases from students, young kids under the age of 18 ordering it without needing ID. Because of it, we are like the fourth state in the union that's been blocked from ordering pipe tobacco because of tax evasion and the children. Because of that, Senate Bill 5340 puts me, a disabled person, in the hamper, and I ain't smoking Carter Hall or Prince Albert or Sir Walter Raleigh or rum and maple from the grocery store. That's why I gotta either do what my plan is, call every smoke shop in Washington, drive around, set up something. If that doesn't work, try to get a hold of smoke shops in Seattle, go through them, smoke shops in Spokane, smoke shops in Yakima. That doesn't work, then set a course for Oregon or set a course for Idaho. But I do need certain tobaccos, or I will get a hold of one of my Uncle Donnie said there's a town in Oregon to get to, and if they've got post office boxes available, buy one and have my tobacco, as they said, drop shipped, basically mailed to this box, and I collect it once a month. Then I get my tobacco, and I don't have to drive but about 100 miles out of my way one way once a month. That's 200 miles round trip a month for my tobacco. Now, for some of you, you think, well, it's not that bad. Think of it. If you got a nice little stockpile, you're good. But I got to buy 4 to 6 months at a time to make sure I get enough to last. That's why I'm upset. Now, pipes, and pipe accessories, smoke shops can sell you. No questions asked. It's just tobacco. Now, if you say, oh, well, what if I order tobacco in Washington and order it from online through the country? Well, that's considered planning the delivery and receiving it. That means you get 2 counts per 10, plus tax evasion. That means 3 counts, stacking the charges. So if you want to go ahead and do that route, by all means, do it. But just remember, in the Bible, since I'm an ordained reverend, it says, honor thy laws of thy country, pretty much. That means the city, the state, and the county, and the all those laws state that follow your laws of your country, your town, your city, etc. If you don't, you'll be hurting. Me, I've told this to several people over Pipe Lover's Den. I'm not going to get busted for 3 counts of tobacco or even 2 counts, because they will stack the charges. And right now, I don't want to go to jail. And if for some of you, 5340 says $5,000 fine per 10 and 5 years in jail, which means it's a Class C felony for tobacco to be imported in the state of Washington. With that said, I want your comments on Senate Bill 5340 on the tobacco code for bringing tobacco in the state of Washington. Which, by the way, if you say, oh, well, why don't you just order tobacco in the state? They don't ship it in-state or out-of-state. So out-of-state tobacco shipment can't happen. A lot of pipe tobacco companies have been informed of 5340. For the rest of you, there's one other thing to talk about in Senate Bill 5340, which is when it comes to the tobacco delivery, there is more to it because, let's just put it to you this way. I don't remember it off the top of my head, but basically I've given you the rundown. So please give me some comments and etc. on 5340. Thank you, and God bless you all, and good night.